Like, I'm that kind of person too who your friends say a lot about who you are. The people you associate yourself are either going to be the one to get you up to your goals or take you down there. Then it's okay. I could make that sacrifices, graduate at the age of 22 and party it up till 30. Maybe longer. We'll see about that.
That's so funny.
But yeah, so like I just...
And so when you decided to go on from being CNA to going into nursing school, and I know you said you like to map out your plans, so I actually laughed at that because I'm totally like that. I write out as I'm speaking to you. I have not a plan in my head, or I have a written plan to 2022.
Oh my God, I haven't gone that far.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes even my husband tends to think that I'm ridiculous because I would map out the plan and I'll go sit with him and I'll say, hey babe, here's what I have down.
So how can we do it together?
Does this look doable? Like, does this look like it's on your plans? And things of that nature. Because for when you're going from being single to being married, it's a different. When you're that person that really plans, it gets really tricky because you have to incorporate the other person. And so I just laughed when you said that. I was like, that is just all me. I can't function without a plan.
Right.
I need to have a plan. So, and I know that you said that when you had the plan made to go into med school, things have turned out the way that you planned. However, I was wondering, have you had any challenges? Maybe nothing that maybe deterred, or maybe not. Maybe you had to take a detour, or maybe you had to change something somewhere. Have you had any challenges resources-wise, even in school? Have you had any challenges aside from failing your test?
No, not really. It's just, I knew what I wanted to do, so it was it was literally just come to college, come to Missouri State, get my scholarship.
And you got a scholarship too.
Yeah,
okay.
I am one of the.
Didn't you debate? Didn't you do you were part of a debate team, right?
No, that was in high school. I did the public affairs. I did the public communication.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Right.
I know you had to go speak at something one time, and it was like competition.
Yeah, that was the public communication class with all the students in Com 115. And then and then they selected the top 60 students, and then
you made that.
and then I made third position.
I remember you had such good outcome from that, even though I can't remember vividly what that was.
Yeah, that was just for that class.
So how did you get your scholarship?
I actually decided on Missouri State. Well, it was that person who let me follow my best friend at that time. She wanted to go to Missouri State. I'm like, oh well, I was gonna go to Longview, but I didn't want to be home. Yeah. So let me see what Missouri State is about, and I just started researching more about the school and the scholarship opportunities that they had, and that's when I stumbled upon the multicultural leadership scholarship, where you're graded more on like your leadership skills, your involvement in school, and your community. So that I've done like 20 million things in high school. I was so well involved in school and also in my community. So this is something that, and I think I am culturally diverse. I'm from Africa.
I know that, right?
So this could work until I read more like, there's going to be an interview. I'm like, oh, great. So the letter and the essay doesn't just give it out to you.
Yeah.
But so I came down to Missouri State for the interview. That was my first time at Missouri State, and I loved it. Definitely, it was more like I came here, was sitting right out there. My interview was in the room over there, and it was more like, this is what I want to do. And during the interview, they asked, what do you want to do in school? and like, what do you think your career plan are? And I told him about my nurse, and like, this is why I want this. I am coming here. I am gonna make use of your $5,000 a year. I'm not going to be that student who changes their major in the middle of it. Right. So it's like, I'm going to be a nurse. So I am your recipient, where you would know that she's going to make it that 4 years, and just that 4 years alone. But yeah, so that's how I came to Missouri State. But with the like the obstacles, I never really had one. It was more, I knew the classes. I made sure I was close with my my program counselor, so the nursing counselor, to make sure. Also made sure I had my catalog for the classes. So about every semester, I was making sure I was highlighting the classes I need to take right now, going through my degree audits, making sure that I was on top of it. So I literally always had my classes ready before I go into my counselor's office, to my advisor office, to have her sign off on the next semester class, and then we talk more about what are the struggles with that class and stuff like that. But with resources wise, I joined TRIO, which is a student support services that is offered for international and multicultural students as well. But I joined them mainly because when my sophomore year, I was told anatomy and physiology are the hard class for any kind of science major. So I'm like, all right, for anatomy, this is going to be my toughest class. So I should probably just sign up for this, because TRIO had the best tutors. So I could get a tutor for anatomy and just start off the bat the first week of school with a tutor, so I can be on track and make sure I don't start failing before before the end of the semester, because you have to like have a competitive GPA. So when you're applying for nursing school, at least for Missouri State, they tell you you're competitive when you have a 3.5 and above. Or if you are in honors college, which I wasn't. Well, I'm still not in honors college. But so I joined the TRIO they give stipends, but also to have that tutor just to combat any difficulties that I might face. And my tutor actually dumped me the second week, because she was like, she seemed like she knew her stuff. She didn't seem like she needed a tutor. I mean, I did.
Well, that was a good problem.
I know. But I had a very good, solid study group. So that was how she realized I probably wouldn't need her, because I had already formed a good study group that first week of school, which these are girls that I'm still very close friends with right now. But I've been known to be a go-getter. I see myself as a go-getter. I know what I want and I go for it. So I know I was going to be in nursing school and never had a party life. So I came, right. Like my dad told me, you can party after college, which I'm going to definitely do. Get that teenage side out of me in my youth time. But I wasn't that person who went to parties. Like I literally was the person who was in the library while my classmates were going to party on Friday nights and Thursday nights. So I knew my goal, and if that is what it had to take for me to get to where I want to be, then it's okay. I could make that sacrifice. Just graduate at the age of 22 and party it up till 30, maybe longer. We'll see about that.
That's so funny.
But yeah, so like I just made sure I made use of the resources, being on time, having a planner. So I had to like organize my life, my week, my whole month, my whole semester, my whole semester on my planner to make sure that I was on top of it. But yeah, other than failing the classes, well, not failing classes because you can't even fail the class. It was more like, oh, I had a D on this exam, so what can I do? Have I learned from why did that bad on a test to be better?
Yeah.
So, but when I was applying, when it came to the time for me to apply for nursing school, I literally only applied to Missouri State. That person who also, God, this is where you brought me here, right? So like I literally like you brought me here. You're not about to take me to a different college when I want to do that calling. So you brought me to Missouri State. I want to graduate from Missouri State. So I had friends who also pre-nursing with me who applied to Cox, Bercy, UMKC. But I'm like, I only applied to Missouri State. They don't take me this year. They'll take me next year.
Wow.
But yeah, I literally just put all my eggs in one basket, and it was worth it when I got that application, that acceptance letter.
Yeah.
And yeah, started in the summer, had no life, still have no life. But
two things that I'm wondering about, one of which is how is your support system? I know that, Fola seems like a pretty serious human being. So that's a natural motivator for you.
Definitely.
And so what other people are there in your life that you would say have helped push you towards your goals? Whether friends, family, what support system do you have, if you have any, outside of Shola and Fola?
My parents are my biggest advocates. My dad calls me up till today, since I started college, every day.
Wow.
If it goes 2 days, he calls me and says that I haven't talked to you in a week. I'm like, Dad, it's only been 2 days. So I have to talk to my dad and my mom at least every day. So it's more like whenever there's a problem, whenever I fail a test, I call my dad to cry to my dad, because he's more of the understanding. My mom will tell me, are you dead yet? So why are you crying? Are you the only one who failed? So why are you crying? But that's always like a pushing force as well, because I don't want to hear that. So I had to make sure that I did so well. So when I do so well, then she's the first one I call. Like, okay, so I did really great. But I think definitely my parents, they will always pray for me, fast with me whenever I have a big test. They knew, okay, I shouldn't call at this time because she'll be studying. So my parents always knew where I was, and it was in the library or in my dorm or my apartment when I had one. I would also say my best friend, Kemi. I met her my first day of college, literally my first class. GP 101 was where I met my best friend. And ever since then, she was that person the only one I had on campus, because Fowler is almost 2 hours away. Yeah. But if I had to cry about a test that I did so poorly on, she was that person I would cry with, the person I would also jubilate with when I got an 80% on a test. So she has definitely been a very great support system as well.
And she's pretty serious too.
She is serious. See,
she's in a different, major?
Right, CMB. So, I'm that kind of person too, who your friends say a lot about who you are. The people you associate yourself are either going to be the one to get you up to your goals or take you down there. Yeah. So if I'm going to have friends, they have to be towards the path that I'm going to. They don't have to be nursing or medical stuff, but it's are they self-driven? Are they motivating? Are they also spiritual as I am? Because when we cry together, we celebrate and testify together. So yeah, I would say that I have been blessed with such a strong support system so far.
Wow.